Hey, this is Jordan with Framing the Red. You're listening to the Nonsense Chronicles with Doug and Rob.
Hello and welcome to the Nonsense Chronicles. This is Doug Sashery, and as always, I am joined by, but again to my right,
Rob Mendiola.
Greetings, Rob.
Greetings, Doug.
Yeah, it's
a little gloomy today, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's nice.
We're going from fog to rain.
It's not freezing. It's not 100 degrees.
No, and I'm encouraged. I think we're done. I know we have a couple of days bottom out in the 40s, but yeah, those days are over.
Yeah.
Except
I'm okay with that.
Except when I travel, which I'm going to do this week. So
yeah.
I'll go up into it again, get a taste, and come back.
North?
Topeka, Kansas.
Nice. Midway.
Yeah, I go there and go to Manhattan, Kansas, and see some people and make a stop in Oklahoma and then come back.
Cool.
Yeah.
We got a busy week, man.
We do. We have...
this is the end of the week, but we're getting it on.
Yeah, we're restocking from my last trip. So we're 2 today and 1 on Monday. And today we are joined by...
special guest.
That's right. We're going to say Raf... What would you prefer? It's Raf.
Raf Ransom.
No, it just... Yeah.
He always calls him Rafe. He always says Rafe.
I get that a lot. No,
yes,
I do. Yeah, I'm Cajun white bread.
That's the Swedish version.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Like leaf and leaf.
Yeah. We're going to...
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
We're gonna call Raf a gun for hire. He has been in 750,000 bands.
Pretty much.
He's gonna make sure he hits them all before he dies.
Yeah, they won't allow him. Like you see, a lot of people will have former. Like they can't allow that on his social media because he's got just way too many, man.
Big resume. That's awesome, man. Though you're living the dream, I guess.
Tons of bands, man, for sure. It's been my, I guess, a everlasting, formidable career, I guess.
Yeah, that's a lot of work though. It's not for everybody, right?
That's definitely correct, man. And so a lot of music to always learn, and just it's never ending. So yeah, that's what I do. This is what I do.
Well, first you have to be good at your craft to pick up and learn stuff as quick as you've had to learn it over the jump on and play and
absolutely, it's
because you're one of those dudes that take like a day notice and you're on. Right?
I'm on. Yeah,
that's insane. I can't even imagine that.
People tell me all the time, and I'm like, what's the big deal? But then I think about it. I take a step back sometimes. Like, I guess you're right. It is kind of crazy.
It is crazy. I could never do that.
Yeah, I hate that skill. Some people with that kind of skill set where they can just pick that guitar up.
I'm not
and
that
play right away.
But ask my exes, man. I can't remember shit for 30 seconds.
Yeah,
I have horrible names
I feel
and
that.
everything. So.
Yeah, I know that really well.
But a song, I can remember a song for years.
Yeah, like 50 plus songs, easy, all right, on the drop.
My right lobe works different, my left lobe, or however it is. It's just something different.
And you just got back from doing a show with Inner Image when y'all played under Josie Scott?
Yes, in Chicago.
Nice.
It was a great show, man, and I'm still on that high. It was incredible to go out there as the opening band out of 5 different bands. We weren't even listed as a band on the promos. So
wow.
I had no idea that we were there.
Wow.
And the crowd was wrapped around the building, so as soon as doors opened, the whole place flooded. We had everybody, which is, again, another, no one's really there at the first band.
Yeah.
They were all there.
Wow.
And people were going crazy and
Hell yeah.
chanting for us after the set was over. It was,
wow.
It was honestly breathtaking. I was like,
yeah, I imagine.
Incredible show.
Yeah, Inner Image has some fantastic music. I just want to strangle Los and tell him, get on the road, damn it. I want to see some shows.
I know.
Yeah.
I get that. At the same time, it's nice they don't overwork themselves, oversaturate themselves.
I dig that too. Yeah.
No, they are very different approach on it. And it's good to have people that do just like, having friends that have different thoughts and everything like that. I think it's very cool. But yeah, that's one band I always want to see. And
sure.
That's why, when I was up north, I was like, man.
I didn't know you were there, man. I would have called you up.
I had just gone through there when y'all, but I was on my way back. Look, I had a 2.5 hour wait on I-71 between Columbus and Cincinnati. Once that happened, I was pretty much done. I was like, that's it. Get me home. I don't want to deal with this anymore.
I don't blame you one bit. Yeah.
And it was so cold because I'm sure there was plenty of snow when y'all were there, still there?
No snow. No.
What?
I think it was a blizzard after I left, but it wasn't.
wow.
It was
There was.
cold. It was cold, but it wasn't like no snow. No, I was there.
But see, when you get on the other side of Lake Michigan, all that lake effect snow in Michigan, yeah, that's where I was, and yeah, it had already come down, but it was
Still
feet
there.
high. Yeah.
I saw 0 snow and I was there.
Oh my.
Which is kind of a blessing though, because I got to get home, equally as fast. But
Well, hopefully you didn't go too fast, because if you go down 57 into Southern Illinois, it's nothing but county sheriffs, and they like to give away tickets. I know because I have one at my house.
for free.
Yeah.
Yes, tickets. I tell my wife, I
They
say,
are
look
for
what,
free,
I
yeah.
won. Yeah,
Yeah, well, luckily I wasn't driving, so if you got pulled over, it's not on me, man.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
But no, it was really cool town to visit, and for being for all of us, the band's been established for a long time, but for us to be in a completely fresh audience and for them to receive us the way they did, it was just incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
this is the opening band.
Yeah, and you killed it.
Definitely set the bar that night, and it was great.
Representing
good.
Houston, right?
Say again?
Representing Houston.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Texas,
100%.
yeah.
We brought Texas to Chicago that night.
Yeah.
It was
That's
boom.
cool.
Yeah, it was good.
that's good, and it's good to see Josie going out there and
Yeah.
and
Yeah, he's back and doing his thing. It's cool to see him. I've always
I think y'all played with Josie. Was it the last time at Wildcatter? The one we were talking about a year ago?
yeah,
Was that with Josie too, I think?
I don't know if
I think it was.
I don't think it was that show. Was it?
You don't think so?
No, we did Sick Puppies. It was.
I'm going to have to look, but I think it was Josie.
I know Josie played there like around
Yeah.
the same time, but Internet
Possibly,
was Sick
yeah.
Puppies that night. I remember that.
yeah, I think I think he's doing warehouse downtown.
Yes, he's coming. I forget what month. I just saw it though, but
Yeah, it's coming later
coming.
on.
You talking about Josie?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah. So I mean, what's next with you, man?
man, I never know.
You never know, huh?
Tell
Let's
us-
get a phone call.
Because you're
so
the one
I
that gets the call, and you're like, "We
would
need you
just-
like tomorrow."
I'm going. You know,
Well,
Like, boom.
tell us the journey. Where
Well,
what age did you start? What inspired you to get into it?
Your dad's a musician, right? Or
yeah,
play
my dad. My
guitar?
dad is the reason I started. He played an instrument called a marimba.
Marimba.
So
Okay.
it's basically like kind of like laid out like a piano, but the
Okay.
whole instrument's made out of wood, and you play with mallets.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
I'm sure we all played smaller versions in school back in the
yeah.
day. You know,
Xylophone. I think.
things that's
Yeah.
the same thing but made out of metal.
Yeah,
it's like
metal.
Manifest.
Okay.
His wife, remember, Paragraph. His wife plays something like that.
Yeah.
It's very different. Yeah.
So yeah, he played. His instrument is 6.5 octaves long. So
Wow.
four musicians played on the same instrument at the same time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's back in Mexico, traditional Mexico and stuff like that. That's kind of the band, you know, and they'll have a string bass player and some dancers and stuff like that. And
Wow.
my dad played for Disney for his
No
whole
way.
career. Yeah, so when I was 11 years old, I actually joined his band.
Wow.
And I'd be taken out of school. I'd play at Disney, you know, as our career.
In California.
No, he started in California and moved to Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
That's where I was born. So I did all my work in Orlando.
Okay.
But he played some guitar, and I was really interested in it. And I have a cousin who was a really good guitar player who, named Carlos, he totally got me into it. I was like, man, okay, I want to play guitar.
Yeah. It's cool.
I was 13 and started playing guitar, and I never looked back, and that's my
Yeah.
thing. So I've been playing my whole life as far as music goes. I've done piano, percussion, drums, guitar. I play bass professionally as well.
That's right. Yeah.
Stringed instruments are my thing, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm open minded and do whatever I can do, but I found a lot of success playing guitar and bass primarily.
Very cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Solid, man. You've
You've even played with the Hunger, didn't you?
Yes, I played
Yeah.
100 for about 5 or I think like 7 years.
Wow.
In that band.
So yeah.
Did a bunch of stuff.
Pretty good
with
bit.
them. Yeah, I moved here to Texas for a band called Dev Electric. Brian Scott, the singer for currently the Sick
Yeah.
Puppies.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yes. Once the band
Wow.
broke up, life happens. You never know what's
Yeah,
going to happen.
absolutely.
So now he's been the singer for Sick Puppies for several years, and that was the first catalyst for me to kind of take off. And I've been in so many bands ever
yes,
since.
dude. He was in the station fire in Rhode Island. He was a survivor. No, I'm just kidding. That's a lie. It's a bad
That's a Doug
joke.
lie.
Cajun lie right there.
Apologize to my Rhode Island friends. Yeah, no, but he's been in He's been in a lot of bands, man.
No, it's great though. It's been an opportunity. I always look forward to the next one. Right when I think my career is over, the next thing just pops up, and I'm kind of like literally just jumping to the next thing. As often as
And you're an SLM winner, right? As well.
yes, I won a couple years. A couple years ago. It's funny because I did a lot of work as a bass player in 2018, primarily over guitar. So anybody that met me within those couple years was like, "Oh, you're a great bass player. You're a bass player. You're a bass." Like,
They had
you
no
know,
clue
I'm a
what your
guitar
history.
player, you know.
Yeah.
But I did win 2018 best bass player. Which
Oh
is
wow,
really cool.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and
You're like, okay, I'll take it.
yeah, no, I mean, I'm a bass player as well. So
Yeah,
no
getting
offense or
recognized is
anything.
awesome.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. But my heart belongs with guitar.
Yeah.
I've done that and very passionately over the past several years. It's what I do.
It's what he does. Everybody knows you, man. I mean, I think that's cool too. You know.
Well, definitely try not to burn any bridges. That's the key to
That is the
success
key.
in anything you do. I try to make friends.
Good advice.
If it means anything, I've had the same phone number since I was in the 8th grade.
Wow,
Never changed it.
that's
So,
incredible.
Who can say that?
Yeah.
Like I know guys that change their number every month because that's.
I think I've had mine for 30 years, but not that long. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say, when I started going, been hanging around the Dallas scene a lot. Then when I started coming out in the Houston area, and of course, it's with 12 years driven. But I think Raf was probably one of the first people I met, and just super friendly from day one.
Appreciate you, man. That's getting the goal, man. Making friends,
Yeah.
and you never know who you're going to meet. And,
That's what I love about playing out is the people, right?
Sure.
I mean, yeah, you're having your fun, but you can play your guitar in your room. But when you're surrounded by all the people, that's what makes it magic, right?
Absolutely, man. And you'll meet a lot of snakes out there. They are out there, man. Trust me, I've had my run-ins too. But even then, man, the key is just to maintain your humility. Just don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Burning
Leave
bridges.
the ego at home, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a way people perceive you when you're being professional.
Yeah.
So that's just the way you got to go about things, man, for sure.
And last year you ran out with who?
Blacklist Union out of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So they're a great band. Tony West, he's been around for a good while doing this thing, man. The band came out with a new campaign, essentially trying to see what we could do.
Kinda
with everything.
reinvigorate.
Yeah, exactly. And
I saw
new
y'all
records.
played Whiskey Go Go.
Man, did the Whiskey,
Isn't that awesome?
the Viper Room, the same
Yeah.
couple
Oh,
months.
man,
Those
that
were
is so
bucket
cool.
list venues. It was,
I know,
it was
right?
freaking great, man.
Yeah.
And I can't even tell you how thankful I am for the opportunity. Tony's been awesome. D, the other guitar player, me and him get along super well. Justin Perez on drums. He's an animal. Then I played with Cordell. He plays for Ugly Kid Joe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it was really cool to meet those guys and just get out there.
That's so
I've
cool
been-
that they're all still playing too, right?
yeah, I've been
Yeah.
trying to get to LA since my whole career started, and I've never just had the right thing to get me out there. So it was kind of ironic that LA came to me,
Yeah.
last year. So
That's always that always makes you feel validated too, right?
for sure.
Yeah.
So we had a really great run. About to release a new record called Slay the Dragon, still being finished. Shooting a couple of videos with those guys end of the month.
Cool.
So that'll be fun.
Very cool.
But just trying to keep busy anywhere I can,
Yeah.
Have you ever played the Machine Shop in Flint?
That is another bucket list
another
one that I
bucket
have
list.
not done.
You gotta get there, man.
I'm trying.
Doug's really good friends with the owner, so
nice.
hit Doug up. Yeah. Say, Doug, get me in there.
What about did you play with Tantric once? Maybe.
No, not tantric.
I mean, everybody else had. That's why I just assumed that you did. So no.
That's funny.
No, not them. I've done stuff with Rev Theory, Revelation Theory back in the day. I toured with Saliva quite a bit. I did. I started, mainly guitar tech work with them and Sick Puppies as well. Rev Theory was cool because that's my first guitar tech gig I did. I just reached out to everybody after a tour we did and said, if you guys need anything, guitar tech, whatever, give me a call. And they, well, actually, we need a guitar tech. Does anyone want to come? I'm like, when? Let's go.
Yeah.
So I went, and then after that run was over, randomly one night at dinner, they hit me up and they were like, hey, man, so we got this big show in Kansas City we do every year. No one can fill in for us. We need a guitar player. Do you want to play with us? I'm like, yeah. And it was like in 3 days.
And that's what those gigs like lead up to those opportunities,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So you're like
absolutely.
you're ready and right there, ready to
Yeah,
go.
because
you know?
a lot of the guitar techs, they know all the music. So I mean, they've been around it quite a bit. So if anybody's gonna know it, they usually have a better chance of knowing.
Right. Well, I started learning 12 songs in 3 days. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, that was all I did, all I knew for those 3 days. And
Wow.
went out there in front of 3,000 people and just freaking did it. It was badass.
That is cool.
But it's just like you're saying, man. It's a little tough kind of gig as far as my memory sucks, man. But somehow I can do music.
I know. Yeah, I'm the same way, man. It's like
It's a skill set. We all fit in.
it's kind of like our selective hearing. You know?
Oh, I have all of that. I mean, I can't remember someone's
Yeah.
name. What was your name, by the way? Oh, Doug. Sorry,
Fred,
Doug.
Yeah,
yeah,
but,
that's a
that's a testament to how much you love music, though.
That exactly.
It's like
yeah,
your brain wants it, and it just feeds on that, right?
I'm 100%.
It's like
man.
it's like it's food.
Yeah, it really is, man.
Snacks.
It's a drive that comes out of I don't even know where. I mean, I know
Yeah.
it's deep inside somewhere, but it's something that comes out for sure.
Yeah.
And it's not a thing I asked for. It's something that's I'm built with.
Right. Yeah, I think you're born with it.
So
You feel it. Like I felt it at an early age. I think I was 4 when I realized I want to play music. I want to play guitar.
yeah,
you know,
totally. Man.
I just felt it, man. You know.
It grows from there, man.
Yeah.
And if we're meant for it, I mean, I don't. It's a weird thing, man, because I feel music is a blessing and a curse. I've always
is.
said like, why am I chosen to do
Yeah.
this? Like some days I get these bad modes, like this is a curse. I shouldn't
can
be doing
be,
this. And then something happens, and I'm like, oh, this is what I did.
Yeah.
I've done country bands,
Especially when people come up to you afterwards, right? And then they love what you did.
Oh,
and that
yeah.
just feels so
That's
good,
the ultimate
man.
payoff. And people,
That
you know,
is.
I don't need the praise, but the praise unexpected is like, wow,
Yeah.
thank you. You know, I don't go looking for that, but it's nice when
Yeah.
people appreciate what you do. I started doing some country music last year.
Cool.
Mike Donnell is a prominent artist here in Texas as well. Not too far from here, actually. My first country gig, and I didn't know what I was up against at first because
You said Mike Darnell?
Donnell.
Donnell,
Yes.
okay.
So country's a whole different animal.
It
I
is.
had this
It is.
guitar tone that wasn't even remotely set for a country guitar player.
Yeah.
So I get my first show and it was like this hard rock tone. I'm like, oh crap!
Yeah.
That's not what I'm supposed to do. Had to really reshape what I sounded like.
Yeah.
And to learn a whole new skill set. But I really took a lot of respect for country music.
Yeah.
And I love it too. I love anything. I have no limitation as far as music goes.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. I went to Tennessee once, and their styles are so different. Their sounds are so different.
Completely.
Those guys are beast on those guitars.
Oh my gosh,
And
man!
it's impressive to see.
A whole different level of competition,
It
so to
is.
speak. You know. And-
Yeah.
But I started learning a whole new skill set, a whole new way of playing guitar
Yeah.
through playing country. Like, man, I really dig this. Like John Five is a good example because he was
Oh,
a good
yeah.
country guitar player too, but he plays for Marilyn Manson for crying out loud,
Yeah.
or Motley Crue.
Now, yeah.
But those kind of things really just, they interject with how you play
Yeah.
and how you approach the guitar. It's a lot of dynamics and things
Yeah,
like that. So
sure.
it's great.
no. That's
Doug, you listen to a lot of country?
I'm starting to listen to more country. My only thing with country is I don't want to hear any songs that have a tendency to say a lot of pickup trucks, honey, critter. If you do that, then you're probably going to lose me. But I love like the East
We
Texas.
talked to a few country people.
What about the
Yeah,
old
we have.
dog?
Well, I like East Texas style. I like there's that red dirt style.
that
And,
swamp country? You're from Louisiana. You might like swamp country.
I never liked country at all. Not till I moved to Texas. So basically during the week, I play acoustic guitar and sing
Yeah.
at local bars and restaurants.
Cool.
And make my own kind of living doing that. And I guess I never liked country. I used to hate country. Make fun
I did
of
too.
it.
Wow.
You know, totally. But when I started playing a couple of standards that people, you should learn this song. You should learn this
Yeah.
song. And I started playing a couple of these, and all of a sudden my tip jar started flowing up over the top. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm doing country.
Man, this is Texas. It's Texas, man.
Well, I mean,
You know,
look, the
everybody loves Texas.
the
here.
classic guys, the Willies and Whalens. And,
Yeah. Merle Haggard.
Yeah, and then Johnny Cash, I consider him his
Willie
own
Nelson,
genre.
yeah.
Country can't even have him, But
No, for sure, yeah.
but I like the red dirt style.
There's a lot of good music out there, more than you.
It's almost like Southern rock. So and
That's what it is nowadays.
It basically
man.
is. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
But I
It's-
always say, if I'm getting paid, I'm gonna play.
That's right. Yeah.
yeah. And I
Sometimes
mean,
you don't get paid, but that's when the passion comes in. But
Yeah.
if I'm gonna get paid, let's play it. I
Yeah.
don't care. I'll play anything.
in all genres in Nashville, so it doesn't matter. I mean, they mix stuff all the time, man. So
For sure. Yeah. No. Nashville is a really, I would think, a hard town. I would be intimidated to go out there and try
Yeah,
a career.
same
man.
here.
Like, I mean, I'm a rock guy to heart, and
So many of those bands are just so awesome. You're just like, why aren't you signed? And touring. You know,
So many bands out there.
playing in this
So
little bar,
many
and it's like,
bands.
what?
It's insane how many
Yeah.
bands are out there that are really talented,
Really
and unique, and you just, if you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it or you're not.
Yeah.
One of those two. So that's why I have my day job now.
Yeah,
That's a good.
it's good to have a day job.
I learned that late in life. but
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, that's a. I think we're getting a golf circle around.
Oh man,
around
let's
you.
not do that.
But no,
Not with Rob.
Yeah, no, don't do that. No, I think today it kind of doesn't matter. But like I said, that on the country end, it's. I think for me, the only thing is if you don't go too much into that kind of stereotypical stuff, then I'm okay. And most of the guys I listen to, like I said, almost have there's a little bit of rock to them. So
Yeah, there's a lot of cool
I
guys
was watching.
coming out.
I was watching one of the CMT Awards show, and Jason Aldean comes out.
Yeah.
and he played "She's Country," and that dude had a Paul Reed Smith, and he was killing it, man. I was like, wait, what's happening?
Yeah.
I mean, he had the grit.
It's
he
just-
had the sound, the more heavy sound.
Yeah.
I thought, holy crap, that's really cool.
It's undeniably
You know?
impressive for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
So they're mixing that in now. I think a lot. You see a lot of guitarists for these country bands. They look like hired guns almost because they're all they have the different look.
Right.
They look like a metal band, guy, but they're playing country.
Well, so I always try to dress the part though. It doesn't matter what band I play for. I try
Yeah.
to come in. I mean, they say you dress for the job you want,
Yeah, that's true.
If I'm playing for a country band, I say I want to wear a shirt, flannel, and a cowboy hat when I go audition. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to come in all black, nails painted. Either.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's gonna bust out the Carhartt.
it's a different view. But no, look, all those guys that ask. So if there's somebody's putting a country, Malcolm's in right now. If somebody's putting a country record together or whatever, they'll bring in a session guitarist or drummer, and chances are a lot of times those guys are rock. So or vice versa on a rock, it'll be a country guy.
I think when you play, you can play anything pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Well, like I said, it takes a lot of heart. It's what it kind of comes down to. Back in 2020, literally a month before the COVID thing happened, I had a disease called a Guillain-Barré syndrome, GBS.
I remember it
I think
well.
I've heard of that before.
Yes, he came to me in the hospital, man. Brought me some crawfish cornbread. I'll never forget
Wow.
that. Yes. So it was the weirdest thing. I think mine was caused out of eating bad poultry,
Oh wow.
which is a possible cause. Kind of a unresearched
Yeah.
condition, but I felt a numbness in the ball of my left foot into my toes, and then it kind of transferred to the next foot, and everything started rising. And
Wow.
long story short, I became paralyzed.
Wow.
Like it was insane, and I was hospitalized for a month to the day. Like it was almost days after when COVID hit.
Yeah.
And nobody can come in the hospital. So
Yeah.
I got super lucky getting released and
Wow.
regaining movement and all that, and just holy cow, what a scary experience! And
I
thinking
bet.
that my whole career is over, my whole life. At
Yeah.
that,
I imagine that stuff going through your head.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
it's scary.
It was the most insane thing I've ever dealt with, and my daughter was only 2 years old at the time, and it was just
Yeah.
5 years out of it, man.
It's a lot to process when you're in the hospital, right?
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
all I can do is stare at ceiling tiles. I'm
Yeah.
completely there, but all you can do is stare.
Yeah. Trust me,
not
I know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's why I went to see you. I thought you seemed like you were extremely bored. Yeah.
To say the least, yes. Bored and depressed.
It's
Didn't
not
know if it was
exciting
gonna-
in hospital, no.
Didn't know if I was going to come out of it. I had no family. I have zero family in Texas.
Oh, wow.
Both my parents are gone. I have a sister in Wisconsin, and a sister I don't really talk a whole lot with in Florida anymore. So it was just
And
a rough time.
the whole
you know?
pandemic thing was just such a wild ride. Like,
my
how,
God.
how did you make it through the pandemic? What
So
were you doing? Because you're a gigging artist. So
Well, I was, and I had stopped because the whole thing, and it was literally days after I got out of the hospital and released, when everything's locked down.
it was March 14th because we played at Wildcatter, my band, Westfield, had played at Wildcatter March 13th. March 14th,
This is the
they
14th.
shut it down.
Man, I was released on the 3rd.
Okay,
so I
yeah.
had maybe a week or two just chilling.
Yeah.
And then boom, like, oh
Locked
my
it down.
God. And I was a full-time gig musician back then. So I was like, what am
Yeah.
I supposed to do at this point? I
That's
can't
what I mean.
really work right now. And I don't know. I had thankful for the people who donated to my GoFundMe, because that's what helped me during this
Wow.
couple of weeks. I had a lot of support, man. Like,
That's awesome.
everybody who did that, I'm super, 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 super thankful for that. And then once the whole thing happened, we all got to sign up for the government checks to come.
Yeah.
And thankfully, I was working production over at House of Blues in Houston. So, I mean, doing my independent gigs wasn't really going to give me a whole lot of leverage, but having that job at the House of Blues was able to give me the, hey, well, he did work. So let's
Kind of full.
Yeah. So
So that helped. That helped you get through it.
I've been sliding through, man.
That's
honestly, good. Yeah. It really, really helped. And then after that was kind of going on, I had an opportunity to join the automotive industry as a service writer, and
Cool.
that's
a pretty good job.
I was looking for a day job, because I have my daughter now, and I can't just I can't just do this insecure music thing anymore.
Yeah.
And I still do it. Don't get me wrong, I'm still insecure, but but at least now I have some financial stability.
Yeah.
But I was looking for a day job, and luckily I found this job, and I've been working with cars for the past 5 years now. So
That's cool.
it's been a good job.
They allow you the flexibility when you need to go.
So far I've been fortunate to do that.
That's lucky.
I don't plan on doing a whole lot of extensive touring anymore. I mean, I got family to really take care of, but I mean, these opportunities happen, and somehow, as long as it allows me to do it, I will.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I mean, like I said, I'm not going to go out for months at a time or a year at a time. I don't have the music industry to me is unfortunately not worth it like that.
It's not lucrative anymore.
Exactly, man. But my heart's still there. It always will be there. So I will continue to do what I need to do. I'm recording my own music, working with Wade Concian, doing some things of my own. I've been keeping on the DL, but I got a couple of songs I'm working on. I also work with Paul De La Cerda. He plays for a band called Vetted. They're a military veteran band, and just doing some collaborations with him. So, I mean, I'm always going to be doing something, just not like I can't really afford to be on the road 24/7 anymore. I just got to really focus on what's important. So
you're gonna be like, I thought about it before. You're gonna be coming out with the renewed version of Born to Be Alive.
Basically, for lack of better words, yes.
I was thinking today that has got to be the worst. No, I say it's the worst song that's ever been made in the history of mankind. But Disco Duck would be the worst. And then
that was a great
Ducky
song,
says.
man.
no,
That was a good song.
I was digging deep on
no,
that
I think
one.
those are the
yeah.
two worst songs ever made in the history of mankind. Man.
I mean, you don't like Mr. Roboto, and I'm still like tripping on that.
I don't like that. I mean,
Man, oh my god!
I love
look,
that
I was a
song.
Styx fan, and that song came
He's a
out.
Styx fan, and he doesn't like it. And I'm just like, what?
Before I went into
That's
Van,
the song, dude.
That's their
before-
song, right? That's the biggest song.
before Van Halen became my number one, it was Styx, and then they came out with that song, and I was like, oh man.
No domo
I want to see
arigato
it's
for
like me
you.
with Hoobastank and The Reason.
Oh, okay.
I loved
yeah.
Hoobastank forever, and The Reason came out. I heard it a million times. Like, I'm out.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't handle it after the 1,000th, millionth time. Man, I was like, I'm over it.
There's always one that pushes us over the edge.
But they made a lot of money off it, so you can't hate them for that.
Why don't you do some studio work, man?
I'm
some
down.
session.
I'll do whatever. I'm telling you, my limitations are unstoppable. I'll do whatever I need to do. So as long as I get the phone call, I'll
Like
be
you
there.
said, your number's been the same since 8th grade. So if they can't get a hold of you, they're not doing it right.
Yeah, you just don't care or some shit. I don't
I
know.
guess I asked that. This is a question because I don't know the answer to it. Is there like a LinkedIn for musicians?
I'm part of LinkedIn. I never really used that though.
No,
Yeah.
but what do musicians go with? Hey, I'm looking for a session player. Or how'd the band in California find you?
You
I mean,
know,
there's
I've always
Craigslist,
used
I hear people.
Facebook, and honestly, beside that, like Paul Crosby, drummer for Saliva, is a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
and he kind of hooked me up with that one. He hit me up and was like, "Hey, I got a band that." Yep. Well, hold on. There's a band that needs a guitar. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that? Before
Yeah.
he can finish the sentence, like, I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah, Paul has his finger to the pulse on a lot
Well,
of
he's
stuff.
always known what I wanted to do.
Well, he's
And
doing his
so-
own thing now with his son, right?
Cold Wars, yeah.
Cold
He's
Wars,
doing
yeah.
real well with that. But I've known him for a long time. And
Hey, Doug, why haven't we had him on?
We're working to get that done between his schedule and ours. You know, he's
we're
good.
so busy, yeah.
And
Yeah.
plus, Paul is, Cohorts is a big thing, but man, his management stuff is really picked up because
Yeah. I
Yes,
see that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I know.
100%.
It's impressive.
I know several bands across the country that he's got a hand on. So I'm like, really?
But what's cool about him and our relationship is that he's always known what I wanted to do. He's always known where I stand, and I'll do anything. If Paul's recommending me, I know there's some potential in it. So
Yeah.
like, let's freaking go.
Yeah.
So, anytime there's an opportunity to do something that he offers, I'll do it. Back in 2018, he gave me an opportunity to audition for THC as a bass player, Texas Hippie Coalition. Didn't work out in that moment, but hey, at least I drove out to Oklahoma, give it my shot, and see what happens. And, I'm a go getter. So
and chemistry has to be right too with the band, So sometimes that doesn't always work out,
No, for sure. No hater, no problems or quarrels if it doesn't.
Right.
But I'm the kind of guy that'll always take an opportunity and try it.
Yeah, that's good.
At first, I thought you were going to say he gave you tryout for TLC. I was like, what?
Well, I try to be left eye. Didn't quite work out.
Nope,
see that Waterfalls video.
Have you ever done any R&B stuff?
Well, I mean, yeah. I've done some wedding bands and stuff like that.
So you played some of the songs,
Oh man, I've done a lot of Motown.
Yeah.
So been
That's
a
good
lot
stuff
of
too, though.
during my cover band scene things. I've done a lot of weddings and stuff like that, and just
Have you ever done Tejano?
that's the one thing I've never done.
Is he?
true.
I would.
Yeah,
I would.
you
do
would,
it.
yeah.
I would, but I have not touched that.
There's money in that too, man.
I don't.
Well, I've heard ups and downs about that
Okay.
one. So.
Okay.
Man, yeah, because there's like I'll see the big venues and they'll be a band that I've never heard of course, in my life, but man, they pack them in. But the thing about it is it's funny. Tejano music to me is much like Zydeco because they both use the board,
The Guido.
yeah, and yeah, I can hear a song or two and I'm fine because I was raised in that culture, man. But to me, the music I like a lot the most is something I'll go to a concert and stay from front to back.
I've never learned to like the Tejano music. I don't know. But
Same here. I don't know much about it either.
I
but
like
would
more
still
like
play
Cuban
it.
style of music. It has just a different flow
Oh,
to
yeah.
it.
Different, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
It just has a different rhythm to it, and I really appreciate that more than the Tejano music.
yeah, no, I
I
totally
don't
agree
nothing
with
against
that.
Tejano music, but I'm just probably ignorant to it. But the
No, 'cause-
Cuban music just sounds so good, man.
So what you're saying is you're not going to start an anti-Tejano music
No.
website today?
But I would
man.
totally be down to play in a Cuban style band.
Okay.
The keyboards and all
Or
that.
percussion. I would be down for some.
Congas.
Yeah,
I'd
what
be
I
down for
hear
some
is
congas.
a lot of the, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Yeah, but that's me. I'm thinking that when I hear that.
Tejano, I think would be fun to do, but I've never really strived to do that. It's
Yeah.
not quite my bag. But again, I never thought I'd do a country band.
And you got to know how to do it too. Like you said, country's so different.
There's a style and a
Tejano's-
way to go about those
Tejano's
things.
it's a different beast.
But also, I'm brown, so I can say this, but I heard Mexicans work for cheap. So I
Oh,
don't
really?
work for too
Whoa,
cheap.
hey!
I thought the
whoa.
music was always like money.
No, I
involved. That's
what I
actually,
would think,
yeah,
too.
I would
I
think
think-
they'd make, and there's usually only a few in the band, and they
Well,
It
you know,
was just a joke. I'm sure.
when they throw
Depending what
parties,
band,
it seems like when they throw parties, they go all out.
Yeah,
for their
yeah.
their quinceañeras and stuff like that. It seems like they put a lot of money in those events.
I was just making the joke,
Yeah,
though. And
yeah.
I'm sure they pay their musicians well. But
I'm just saying, like from what I've seen, it looks
all
like
musicians
they
are
put a
cheap.
lot.
If the guy who owns the band is cheap, that is.
Well,
Yeah.
that is a truth too, man. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're willing to do it for $100, you're worth $100. But if you want to do it for your worth, you're
Yeah.
gonna do that
Yeah.
too. So I've seen a lot of bands try to fish musicians out for super cheap, and the new guys, the new young kids, will always go out for cheap and try to ruin it for everybody else. Like, no,
Yeah.
man, I've built my whole career on this. I deserve X amount of money for this.
Yeah.
Not just
Got to know your worth, right?
absolutely, man.
Yeah.
100%.
I agree. I agree.
That's the thing. Not about being greedy. It's about being what you're worth.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, if you're going to do a solo project, you going to do any vocals?
So I've been considering that. I told you I was working with Wade on these couple songs that I held some original songs for probably the majority of the past 20 years, man.
Yeah.
And waiting for the right band to play them for, to give them to. And now I've held them for so long. I'm like, I don't know if I want to just give them away like that. So I started working on the song with Wade not too long ago. Life got in the way. I've been going through divorce and stuff like that. Separation, rather. We're still married, but separation. So things and moving. So that's been a huge thing. But Wade have been working on the song together. And I'm considering doing vocals on this. And he's like, I can help you make it sound good. Well, I'll coach you on it, man. So I'm like, well, I do sing my cover gigs.
Yeah.
I know it's not bad. I get paid and I get booked. So
Well, hey,
maybe I should
yeah, if
give
you
it
can
a
do
shot,
that, you can
know?
do that. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah, I might as well give it a shot. So we're working on that. And
Do you write a lot?
I haven't written as much as I'd like to, as much as I need to. I've written quite a bit. I've got a lot of songs in the books that I've done over the past several years. But
Come sit down right here. Sit down on the
my
side.
daughter Camille here.
You can say hi. Come say hi on the mic real quick.
Hi.
Yay!
This is Camila. She's turning 7 on March 16th, which is actually Wolf.
Man, she's tall for 7.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if she get much taller. We'll see. But but she's Wolf Van Halen's same birthday.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead.
Wolfie.
Very good.
They had a song 316, so it's kind of a
Oh, wow. That's cool.
my little rock star girl.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
Is my iPad in the car?
It is. You can go get it if you want. I'll be right there. Okay.
See,
Okay. Sorry about that.
that is the
good, yeah.
typical. You know, I'm already.
She wants her iPad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a 5-month-old, my first granddaughter, and I've already told my daughter said, "Well, we're trying to keep." I said, "Oh, trust me, when you get moving to Louisiana," I said, "Trust me, those road trips, you'll change your mind real quick." I said, "Grandpa can't wait to buy
Man, I'm a
an
sucker.
iPad, one of those cool pads and the colors and
Yeah.
stuff." Yeah,
I'm a sucker for little girls, man.
And
I
you
have
have,
two
you have
girls.
you have another younger.
Yes. So
Baby.
Camila's 6, turning 7. I have my 1.5-year-old.
Wow.
yeah.
So
Toddler
two
hitting.
girls. Her name is Lyric Rose, and
That's
Camila
cool.
Jade.
Lyrical genius.
Lyric Rose Genius.
I guess that's the one question I want to ask you before we finish. I want to ask, do you songwrite? I mean, if you do,
Yes, 100%.
well, that's something you ought to consider. You know, you're talking about putting your own songs out. There's nothing wrong with writing songs and putting them out there because those guys seem to make a little bit of money, man.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, like I had my songs that I've stored for a long time, but I'm always down to write some new stuff. And you got to move forward. You know what I'm saying? I got my little secret weapons I want to put out there, which is what I'm focusing with Wade. But man, I'm a just whatever, man.
So
I
can
just
you
wanna-
like come up with a melody to lyrics for music's already there?
So lyricism is one thing I've always had struggled with. You know, being writing a good lyric.
Yeah.
I've been called a wordsmith in the sense when I write something like I say on Facebook, you know, it's well written.
Yeah.
But coming up with a song lyric then puts a pressure on. I can't quite
Yeah.
do what I wanted to do.
Doesn't feel natural. It doesn't happen
Right.
organically for you.
Yeah, unfortunately not. And I say I can't do it, but
Yeah.
it takes a lot longer. But I'm more of I'm a riff writer, man. So
Yeah.
you need some guitar in a song. Let's
Riff
just do it.
raff.
Riff
Raff.
Boy, you stole it from me because I was just getting ready to say it.
I get you,
Boom.
Doug.
So yeah,
Hey, I
musically,
got that age on you, Doug.
So musically, I could definitely write some stuff. Lyrics, not to say it's impossible. It just takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I'm newer to, I guess, to writing words, but you know, any avenue I can take, I'll give it a shot to.
Hell yeah.
Well, hey, tell them how they can find you on the gram.
On the gram, man, I'm on the gram. I don't use it a whole lot, but I'm
here.
on the book face.
Yeah.
Well, tell me either way.
Facebook, it's I believe it's
It's Raf Ransom.
Raf Ransom. Yes,
Yeah.
look me up.
Yeah.
I hide on the book face, but I'm free in
IG.
yeah, I'm free on IG.
The gram's there. I have one. I just everything that I post on Facebook goes to Instagram automatically. So,
Oh, okay, cool.
But my main I guess I'm old school that way. My main interactions go through Facebook.
Yeah.
Raf Ransom. Can't miss it. I'm always either holding the guitar or
It seems like a lot more musicians still use Facebook for like communicating and stuff.
it's almost sad that it's going. I don't want to say it's going away yet, but I mean it's
Yeah.
going to be old before you know it.
Well, the
But I mean, I
gram
have
is-
so many memories on that. Thing,
Yeah, the
man.
gram is where I think a lot of it is now. That's why I switched a lot of my stuff to. I keep my like a lot of my friends are on Facebook, but then on Instagram, it's
I just feel
I leave it wide open.
I feel Facebook has more interaction still, abilities still.
It
Yeah.
does. It's safer than Twitter and the X, where if you drop a feather in the water, it's like 4,000 piranhas. It's violent, man. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that, man.
Yeah.
But
It's been pretty chill on my end, so I just give my people my.
you're a chill
contact
guy,
with,
man.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you, man. I try to be
So Raf Ransom on Facebook, and you play guitar, bass.
percussion,
Whatever.
whatever. Yes, yes. I'm
And
just
you're down for
Maramba.
everything.
I'm DTF, man.
Yeah.
Down to have fun.
That's
There you
right.
go. Yay. Everybody give him a follow on our podcast, please.
Thanks for being here, man.
Oh, thanks for
that's
having
cool.
me. It was a great time. Appreciate
You're
y'all having me.
welcome
man.
here all the time, anytime.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime. Any rap session, you're welcome,
We'll
man.
be here tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Wait
If
till
you're
Monday.
cooking though,
You bring a guitar.
if you're cooking them, definitely come
I
over.
actually am cooking somewhere for tomorrow. I actually have to do something like that tomorrow.
I'll be there.
That's why we're not podcasting. But please like and subscribe, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, later.